Have you ever wondered about the mysteries that surround the ancient civilization of Pharos? Let's embark on a journey to a time when the world was young and civilizations were just beginning to take shape. Among these early societies, the pharaohs stood out, their existence shrouded in an aura of intrigue and enigma. Pharos, a civilization so ancient its roots trace back to 10,000 BC. That's right, 12,000 years ago, a time when most of the world was still grappling with the challenges of the Stone Age. Yet in the midst of this primitive era, the pharaohs were laying the foundation for a society that would flourish for millennia. But who were these people? What secrets did they hold? And how did they manage to establish such a sophisticated society at a time when the rest of the world was still in its infancy? These are questions that have baffled historians and archaeologists for centuries. The pharaohs were not just another civilization, they were a phenomenon, a society that left an indelible mark on history, yet one that remains shrouded in mystery. From their advanced architectural prowess to their intricate systems of governance, the pharaohs were a civilization ahead of their time. Their knowledge and understanding of the world around them were astounding. They charted the stars, developed complex mathematical concepts, and built monumental structures that have stood the test of time. Yet, despite their impressive achievements, much about the pharaohs remains unknown. This enigma stems from the scarcity of written records, the passage of time that has worn away at their monumental structures, and the many unanswered questions that linger about their culture, their beliefs, and their way of life. The ancient civilization of Pharos is a fascinating puzzle, a labyrinth of history waiting to be explored. Each discovery, each relic, each inscription uncovers a new piece of the puzzle, shedding light on this enigmatic society, yet leaving us with more questions than answers. So, buckle up, history enthusiasts. Join us as we journey back in time to unearth the secrets of this ancient civilization. The roots of Pharos can be traced back to 10,000 BC, an era shrouded in mystery and time. This ancient civilization, with its origins lost in the mists of time, emerged on the fertile banks of a river now known as the Nile. It was here, in the cradle of the desert, that the seeds of Pharos were sown. The geographical location was a blessing for the early pharaohs. The river provided them with a lifeline, a source of sustenance. It quenched their thirst, irrigated their crops, and offered a means of transportation. The surrounding desert, harsh and inhospitable, served as a natural barrier, protecting them from potential invaders. Their lifestyle, though primitive by today's standards, was in harmony with the environment. They led a simple life dictated by the rhythms of nature. Farming was the mainstay of their existence. They cultivated wheat, barley, and flax, harnessing the fertile silt deposited by the river after its annual flooding. Fishing and hunting supplemented their diet, providing them with proteins. Their societal structure was egalitarian with no clear hierarchy. Everyone contributed to the community's well-being. Men and women worked side by side in the fields, while children were taught the essential skills needed for survival. They believed in the sanctity of life and revered the natural world, a reflection of their deep connection with the environment. The early pharaohs were not just survivors, but also innovators. They developed rudimentary tools and techniques to improve their quality of life. They were skilled potters, weavers, and carpenters. Their pottery was functional, yet aesthetically pleasing, a testament to their artistic sensibilities. These were the people who laid the foundations of Pharos, a civilization that would grow and evolve over the millennia. They were hard-working, resilient, and resourceful, qualities that would serve them well in the years to come. Despite the challenges they faced, they persevered, driven by the desire to create a better future for their descendants. From these humble beginnings, the pharaohs would rise to create a civilization that would etch its mark on history. As the centuries rolled on, the Pharaoh civilization experienced a period of unprecedented prosperity and growth. Let's dive into the heart of this golden age, a time when the Pharaoh civilization was at the zenith of its cultural, economic, and technological prowess. The Pharos people, renowned for their wisdom and innovation, were the architects of a society that was, in many ways, ahead of its time. Culturally, the Pharaoh civilization was an epicenter of creativity and intellectual curiosity. Poetry, music, and art flourished with artisans and thinkers pushing the boundaries of expression and form. The Pharos people were known for their rich oral traditions, with stories, legends, and wisdom passed down from generation to generation. This was a society that took great pride in its heritage, but also looked forward with anticipation to the future. Economically, the Pharos civilization was a powerhouse. Trade routes crisscrossed the landscape, connecting Pharos with civilizations far and wide. The Pharos people were skilled merchants and negotiators, with an uncanny ability to turn even the most mundane of goods into highly prized commodities. Their markets were bustling hubs of activity, filled with the sounds, sights, and scents of prosperity. Technologically, the Pharos civilization was a beacon of innovation. They were adept at harnessing the power of their natural resources, developing sophisticated systems for irrigation, construction, and transportation. Their knowledge of astronomy was unparalleled, their understanding of mathematics profound. The Pharos people were pioneers, their inventions and discoveries, the precursors to many of the technologies we take for granted today. This was a civilization that dared to dream, to explore, to innovate. A civilization that believed in the power of the human mind, the beauty of the human spirit. A civilization that, in its golden age, stood as a testament to what humanity could achieve when it dared to reach for the stars. The golden era of Pharos left an indelible legacy, one that would influence generations to come. Like all great civilizations, the Pharaohs too had to face the inevitability of decline and fall. As the sun began to set on the golden era of Pharos, a myriad of factors conspired to hasten its downfall. In the heart of this ancient civilization, societal and economic challenges started to bubble up, gradually eroding the foundations of the Pharos society. Firstly, the Pharaohs faced mounting economic pressures. Their prosperity had been built on the back of robust trade networks and innovative agricultural practices. However, as surrounding civilizations developed, competition increased and the Pharaohs found their economic dominance waning. The once bountiful trade routes were no longer exclusively theirs, and the fruits of their agricultural innovation were replicated and surpassed by their rivals. Simultaneously, a wave of societal unrest washed over the Pharaohs. The social hierarchy that had long held the civilization together began to crumble. The elite class, once revered and respected, faced increasing resentment from the lower classes. Discontent brewed, leading to civil unrest and the eventual weakening of the societal structure. In the midst of these internal struggles, external threats also loomed large. The Pharaohs, once the feared rulers of their region, found themselves grappling with the rising power of emerging civilizations. Unable to maintain their military might amidst societal and economic challenges, they fell prey to invasions, further quickening the pace of their decline. As these factors compounded, the once vibrant civilization of Pharos gradually faded into obscurity. The bustling cities quieted, the grand structures fell into disrepair, and the vibrant culture slowly disappeared, leaving behind only whispers of their former glory. Yet, even in decline and disappearance, the Pharaohs left an indelible mark on history. Their innovative techniques in agriculture and trade, their grand architectural feats, and their rich cultural heritage continued to echo through the ages, influencing future civilizations. The fall of Pharos marked the end of an era, but their legacy lived on. The echoes of Pharos can still be heard today in the annals of history and the vestiges of their culture. The legacy of Pharos isn't just a collection of ruins or a chapter in a dusty history book. It's a living, breathing influence that continues to shape our world in nuanced ways. Long after the sun set on the Pharos civilization, their contributions to art, technology, and society remain as enduring as the lighthouse that once graced their shores. In the realm of art, the intricate carvings and statues of Pharos showcased a level of craftsmanship and attention to detail that would inspire subsequent cultures. These art forms often depicted everyday life, providing a window into the world of Pharos and serving as a rich source of inspiration for generations of artists to follow. The Pharos civilization was also a beacon of technological innovation. Their understanding of geometry and engineering was far ahead of its time, manifesting in grand architectural feats that still leave us in awe today. The Pharos Lighthouse, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, stands as a testament to their ingenuity and technological prowess. It's not just their structures that left a mark, but also their tools and techniques, some of which are still used in modern construction and engineering. In the sphere of society, the Pharos introduced a sense of community and cooperation that was revolutionary for its time. They developed a complex system of governance and social structure, emphasizing the importance of unity and collective responsibility. This societal model, with its focus on the collective good, has influenced many civilizations throughout history and continues to be relevant today. The legacy of Pharos is a tapestry woven with threads of artistry, technological advancement, and societal innovation. It's a testament to a civilization that, although long gone, continues to live on through its contributions to the world. The ancient civilization of Pharos may have faded into the mists of time, but their legacy continues to shape our world in ways we may not even realize.